Those are the backbone of logical reasoning. Parallel questions, everybody hates them, but there aren't that many of them and everything's worth the same. So you want to start with the more high frequency types. Then you want to drill only one type at a time because this rewires your brain to recognize patterns quickly. You'll start seeing how LSAC phrases assumptions, how they hide flaws, how wrong answers misinterpret evidence, and how scope shifts create traps. If you do one type at a time, it's going to build the pattern recognition you need for a top score. Then you want to get to ideally at least 80% accuracy before moving on. You don't need perfection, but you do need enough consistency that you're not guessing your way through common easier questions. And once you hit that range, you're ready for the next phase, which is S for sections. You're doing timed 35-minute sections to work on your pacing and your time management. That's where you learn discipline, where to dig in and where to cut bait, and how to manage the psychological ebb and flow of the section. In logical reasoning, you want to build a time bank early. Logical reasoning is predictable. Questions 1 through 10 are typically going to be the easiest. You want to solve those in roughly a minute each, building up a time bank that you can apply to the tougher questions later in the section. So first 10 questions in roughly 10 minutes. You also want to flag about 3 to 4 questions in each section. For me personally, I would flag those long parallel reasoning questions, anything abstract, anything heavy science or overly technical, anything where your brain instantly says, ugh. And skipping is totally fine. It makes sense. It's logical because every question is worth the same. You don't want to get bogged down or stuck on any single question. You want to keep that momentum going. You skip them. You come back to them later when you have broken out of your previous tunnel vision. Then we're getting into E for exams and endurance. You're doing full-length timed exams. A lot of students fear this phase, but this is what top scorers do. Ideally, at least 10 full-length timed exams in 4-section sittings, so that test day itself becomes like just another run-through. This is where you're building up your conditioning, your attention control, and your fatigue management. Now, finally, we have R for review, and this is the part that matters most. If you want to break out of a plateau, if I had to choose one LSAT skill to keep and forget everything else, I would keep review because that's where all the breakthroughs occur.